What is going on, team? Welcome to another video. My name is Niam, and a few years ago I was 125 kilos. And over the last few years I've lost 50 kilos, and that was my mission, to help as many people as possible to lose weight, get fit, get healthy, and become their best selves, because losing weight was transformational for me and I want to spread that to other people. In this video I want to talk about the scale weight not moving, because I think it happens a lot to people. I think it happens a lot to females. I think it happens a lot to people that are a little bit older. I want to tell you a story that explains why this happens and why you shouldn't be worried about it. A few years ago, my mum started training in the gym. I've been telling her for a while, like, let's get in the gym, let's start lifting weights, it's important. And eventually, I think a family member died and the penny dropped, and she's like, alright, I need to get in shape, I need to take care of my health, I need to prioritize it, this is my time now. And I was like, yeah, nice, good for you. Anyway, she started going to the gym, and she started resistance training. She started losing weight pretty soon afterwards. She was doing all the right things, or starting to do the right things, like improving habit, eating a little bit more protein, taking care of her nutrition, tracking calories, going to the gym, trying to get her steps in. All the different things that you want to be doing to lose fat. For a while, she lost fat. She lost weight on the scale. It would go down, go down, go down, go down, go down. It'd be great. It'd be really motivating for her. She'd continue what she was doing. It'd be a good signal for her to look at to make sure that things were going in the right direction. But then after about a year, everything just stopped. The scale weight just stopped moving. At first she was like, what am I doing? I'm doing the same thing, is it going wrong? Do I need to eat less? She had all these questions, and at this point it was like, okay, let's just take a step back. And luckily up until this moment she was also measuring her chest, hip, thigh, waist and belly button. She was taking them every couple months. She was also taking progress photos. Even though the scale weight wasn't moving, she started to look at those metrics, and those metrics were going in the right direction. The only logical conclusion from that is that if your scale weight isn't moving but your waist is going down, you're losing fat and you're gaining muscle. You're losing fat and you're gaining muscle. Sometimes if the scale isn't moving down, not all the time, but if the scale weight isn't moving down, sometimes it's okay. Fitness trainers on the internet will say there are 4 different situations where you can build muscle and lose fat at the same time. 1, obese. If you're obese, you can do that. 2, if you're untrained. If you've never gone to the gym before, you can build muscle and lose fat. 3, if you're taking steroids. And 4, if you're returning to training, you can do that as well. I think there's a little bit more nuance to that than what fitness is saying, because all of those 4 things, maybe not the steroids thing, but those 3 things, and I don't know anything about steroids, so don't even ask me, but 3 things: obesity, untrained and returning to training. There's a bit of a spectrum there, right? Because if you're returning to training after a month versus a year, you're probably less likely to be able to burn fat and build muscle at the same time. If you're really, really, really obese, you're probably more likely to. If you've been training for 3 years, but you've been training suboptimally, versus if you've been training for 3 years really well, you're probably more likely to be able to still build muscle and lose fat. The point here is that in an individualized situation, you've got to look at your own experience with training and your own level of obesity, and truly understand that the chances are you'll probably be able to build a little bit of muscle and lose fat, because you either probably haven't been training as well as you could, or you're probably fatter than you think you are. So the moral of the story here is, if the scale weight isn't moving and it's just staying the same, but you're getting stronger, your waist is going down, you're getting leaner, then that's cool. That is enough of progress in the right direction for you to continue what you're doing and not feel demotivated. Ultimately, the scale weight is a lagging indicator. It's something that we can't control. It's something that is out of our hands. What that means is that if you start worrying about the weight and attaching emotion towards the scale going down and going up, then you're going to put yourself in a position where you aren't in control of your success and also happiness. I know there's a guy online, I think his name's Nathan on Instagram. He weighs himself on the scale only once a month, because he used to weigh it all the time, and then if the scale went get down on a day, he'd be really happy, and if it went up, he'd be really sad. If you're attaching emotions to the scale weight, you're just going to put your happiness into something that you can't control. And the stoic way is to focus on what you can control. What you can control is your diet, your training, your step, your activity, your cardio, all these things. If you can, at the end of the week, say, alright, I ate well this week, I did my steps, I walked a lot, and you give yourself a pat on the back for that, your happiness becomes in your control. Anyway, I hope you found that useful. I hope you got a bit of value from that. Until tomorrow, peace and go get it.